Hi everyone, it's Arlene with Design with Arlene. Well, if you are not in the fall mood yet, this card should certainly put you in it. I actually got the inspiration for this card from my backyard because all of the leaves are falling and it's beautiful colors out there, gorgeous colors, greens and oranges and yellows and reds. So I put this card together inspired by those leaves. So the stamp set that I'm using today is the Colorful Seasons stamp set. This is in the annual catalog. It's been around for a while. And it also has some coordinating dies that go with it. These are the seasonal layers. And if you had thought about purchasing and you weren't quite sure, what stamp set that you wanted to get, this is a really good one to get because it's really year round. Plus it has some sayings in it as well. So it's got the fall leaves, it's got the snowflakes for winter, the spring for some flowers, and then the summer chair, and there's a little, somewhere in here, yep, there's a little drink right here, which I thought was cute. And then they have great dies that go with it. So this is the stamp set that I used. Let me show you the paper products. I'm starting out with the Pretty Peacock cardstock. This is going to be the base of the card. This is an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock that I've cut in half and then folded in the middle. So to scored it in the middle, I should say, and then I'm folding it. So that's the base of our card. And then I've also have some cuts here, the Very Vanilla, 2 different cuts at 4 by 5 1/4 inches, and then also 3 by 4 inches. And then I have a piece of Cajun Craze, and that's 3.5 by 4.5. And then another piece of Pretty Peacock, that is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And again, I will have all the dimensions over on my blog too for you to look at. Then we've got some cutouts here that I've used with the dies. And that you're going to need some scraps of Pear Pizzazz, the crushed curry, soft suede, and then the Cajun Craze for these two as well. Okay, I'm going to start with the smaller piece of the Very Vanilla. This is the piece that I'm going to stamp on. I'll set these others to the side. And then these will be set aside too. All right, and this one really is just one stamp. I'm starting with I'm going to use the Early Espresso. And then I've got the saying that is, "You make me smile." And that's just, I'm stamping this right up on the top. This is for the front of the card. Okay, I also have another piece if you want to. This is optional, but I like to have a smaller piece, or a lighter piece, I should say, to go on the inside of my card. So I have that, and so with the Early Espresso, this is the branch from the stamp set. Taking a branch here and stamping it up on the top. Make sure it's inked up. And that's an Early Espresso. And then I've got some leaves here, and I'm going to be using the Old Olive, the crushed curry, and the Cajun Craze on the inside. And just stamp these kind of just randomly. Like there's one. And then I'm cleaning my stamp off. And we'll take the green. And I think I'll have the green just starting to fall from the branch. And then that last color, Cajun Craze. Have that one down below like that. All right, set that aside. All right, we're gonna kind of start to put this together. I've got the Very Vanilla that I've stamped, and then I'm going to take the Pretty Peacock and mat that. All right, and then mat those two onto the Cajun Craze. All right, then we're going to bring in these leaves that I've die cut and the little chair. The little, isn't that just, You know, I think I probably I fell in love with that die set because of this chair right here. I just loved it. Okay, so that is going to go right. I realized as I was editing this video that this part of the card making did not get included. I think what I did was just press the, well, actually I just must not have pressed the record button. So here I am inserting this. And all I did really for this card was I took the die cuts, and these are similar to what I used, and then I just glue them underneath this cardstock right here, the 3 layers, just using some liquid glue. I use the Tombow, the adhesive, and that way when you use liquid glue, you have a little bit of wiggle room that you can play around with, just to make sure that you get the placements just right, since they are going under. You'll have a little bit left over, you know, and what I did is I just went on the underside and I just trimmed those off with some scissors right here and glued that. And then on the inside of the card, I used as I stamped, I put this on, this is the inside, the insert for the inside of the card. And that is it. So thank you so much for watching. And I am putting the blooper in at the very end of this after the pictures because when I pressed, you know, play instead of record, I didn't. So you get to see some little behind the scenes shots. Thanks everyone, and have a great day. That was a cute card. All right, I'm done.